Oh, sometimes you gotta tell that voice in your head, respectfully, shut the fuck up. And let me get to this work. Like, if you're not gonna contribute to this greatness, shut the fuck up. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another episode of Rooster Reality. It's your boy Kevin B. the Brand alongside.
Your girl Shoe the Vibe Enhancer.
By the time this episode drops, people all over the country will be celebrating Independence Day.
Oh,
Clap, 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 clap. The button's too far for me to hit it.
wait. Oh, I don't have a clap.
From the cookouts to fireworks to family gatherings, flags everywhere. And while that's important, it got us thinking about something a little deeper.
Yes, that's right. Every year we celebrate freedom as a nation. But how many of us are actually feeling free in our own lives? Free from fear, expectation, survival mode, free from other people's opinions.
Especially in communities like ours, especially as the children of immigrants, especially as Black and Caribbean families. Somebody like the word especially. A lot of us were taught how to survive, but we weren't always taught how to live freely. And that's not a criticism, that's just context.
A lot of our parents were trying to build stability, safety, and opportunity. But sometimes the things that help them survive became the very things that keep us stuck. So today we're asking a simple question. What are you still a prisoner of? And what would freedom actually look like for you? Let's get into it. Bing.
Jesus. I'm sitting and looking at this because, this is, I'm raw dogging it, looking at this for the first time. And I'm like, damn, this was not what I thought this was going to be going. I thought we was going to be talking about America 250, celebration, celebration, pew, 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 pew.
Yep.
This girl said, what are you still a prisoner of? Oh, when did I go to jail? Like I fought my whole life to not do this thing. I'm clutching my little golds.
We're a prisoner to ourselves. We are. So let's talk about it. The root of the issue. What
You're the issue. So
people,
we've solved it. Episode over.
I am the solution. Pew, pew,
If you
pew,
say so.
pew, 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 pew. All right. Why do we think so many people stay in survival mode?
I mean, that's a valid question, right? I'm pretty sure Tracy, what's up? How you doing, boo? Um, that we should have some philosophical answer for that, but for me, I honestly think I think we're stuck in that because we're always let me talk for me. We're always striving for the next.
Mhm,
So you're always going to be prisoner of something, right?
mhm.
Because even when you achieve it, you're going to want more. And
Right.
then it's going to keep you in that vicious cycle, right? That's why even when I talk about like on my other platforms like Dear Legacy, you have to know what it all means and where you're going before you even start that fucking journey.
Right.
Because if you understand where you're trying to get to, once you achieve something, if you really wrote out that plan, you're not going to be stuck or a prisoner of that situation. You'll know like, okay, I made it to this goal. It's now time to pivot to this part of the plan, right? So I'm not stuck in that same aura of that trying to go get it situation still. So I'm not a prisoner of that situation. What about you?
So I think it's because we're afraid of losing shit. And we were raised with two concepts. A, we're never good enough because no matter how great you were in class, your parents always would ask, why didn't you do better? That's one. I think two, and this is probably higher than the first part, is we're afraid of losing or having something taken away from us. So I think we're always in some, well, I'm saying we, but whatever. I think people are always in survival mode because there is a fear that someone is going to come along and take this from me. So I need to protect it by all means. I need to have a backup plan. I have to have a backup plan to the backup plan just in case something doesn't fall through. Because what's the one thing everybody says when they make it to a certain level? I ain't going back. So I
Oh,
think
I
that
say that
is,
shit all the time. I ain't fucking going back.
yeah.
No,
Can
no.
you imagine going back to living paycheck to paycheck?
Okay, so let's not get this twisted. I ain't paycheck to paycheck, but at the same time, I maneuver as if I still do. I
Yeah.
think I think I'm still stuck in that moment. Like
Sure.
sometimes I gotta realize like no sucker, you got a couple dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be okay. It seems tighter, but that's because you're doing more, right?
Right.
I went down this pathway of being an entrepreneur. I went down all the pathways where it's so much shit gotta go right in order for it to all work. It's like why would you do that? Why?
Yeah. I it's so funny because you saying that, I thought that was my thought earlier today. My contractor came to me because, clearly we're closer to the end than we were in the beginning, I should say. That's how I'm gonna phrase it. Um, but he hit me up Thursday and was like, "Yo, you think you can get me a check for 15K tomorrow?" Okay.
Oh, that's so
Uh,
nice of him.
yeah, okay. So
I
then
love the heads up.
so, so then he like texts me that same night. I was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot tomorrow's Juneteenth. Um, the banks aren't open." Message is, "Thank you, Lord, buy me some time."
Grâce à Dieu. Grâce à Dieu.
So then Monday came
Look at Jesus with me, my man.
Listen, and every time I saw him from that day, I kept going, "Oh Lord, please don't ask me for the money. Oh, please just let it be he was just trying to hold it just for a second, just for precaution. He didn't really need it." And then he texted me today and was like, "Yo, you think I can get that from you today?"
Yo,
Um,
so what's
yeah.
up with that bread? Yeah, I mean,
I was like, "Of course." Kind of like you said, I had to move some money around. Got to move. I sound like a drug dealer. I had to move some things around. Um, and then I'm heading to the bank, and I told him I was like, "Yo, we need to sit down and readdress the budget because I'm out here cutting checks like my last name is Winfrey and it really ain't." Like I, for some strange reason, I used to be so anal about my spending. I was the person who, when I woke up in the morning, the first thing I did was check my bank account. Like I
oh, I
checked my
still
bank
do.
account before. So I,
That's part of my morning routine. Like by the time I'm done with meditation, prayer, and all that stuff, I got to make sure Jesus is still with me because if you open it up and I seen some anything that's red, why? What happened here? Because I account for every dollar, but then I'd be realizing like I in my mind I done moved money to where it's supposed to go, but I didn't move it in time. So now I'm like race against the clock. Like damn, when did this shit happen? So I don't catch the fee.
you don't
I
get
was
that
like,
$35
Lord,
fee.
don't give me the fee. Don't give me the fee. Cause I don't like calling because like they'll reverse so many.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this one of the ones where I really want to fight? Cause like sometimes I realize like, damn, I fucked up.
This is me.
I put all these shits on auto pay like I'm rich.
Yeah.
Like I'm just letting these institutions just go into my shit and just grab what they deem necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some other level shit. Like to know that you could put your bills on autoplay, nigga. You on another level.
So so I do it, but because I know I'll forget. It's just at this point, there's too many of them and
Hmm.
they're all due at different times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't got time to figure out who, because I will be the one where I keep missing the payment and then I'm getting like red notices. So I have a specific credit card for the bills that's auto
Oh,
pay.
so for me, all my credit cards are auto. So that,
Mm.
and it set, hey, take your minimum because some months I be swiping crazy and don't be going full amount. Like we ain't doing that. But like I put credit cards on auto.
Mhm.
Um anything that's under $100 that'll stay there, 150,
Mhm.
I'll put you on auto, right? Like cell phone bill and all that shit. Any big boy bill, no, I'll pay you.
I gotta
I'll remember to pay your ass
I gotta
because when you see a couple grand just sitting around, that ain't for me. That's not for me. I don't know where you come from. The devil is a lie. Did somebody hack me?
you know,
Like you ever wake up and see money and you're like, wait,
no, 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 no,
like
no. But
you get excited, but at the same time, it's like, wait, hold on.
who didn't get paid?
No. Somebody didn't get paid. Now you're pulling up the charts and all that other shit, and you're like, okay. Now I'm like, that's when I'm updating shit. I'm like, okay, I paid you, delete. I paid you, delete. I paid you, delete. Who the fuck didn't take their goddamn money? And I'm saying, yo, it be the most annoying shit because now you're freaking out. And it's like, did I not move it into the right account? Is this payroll money? Is it not payroll? Like, did I pay all my employees? Like, those are the shits that I got to deal with. Because
Yep.
then now I got to go into this business account. Okay, that looks right. Okay, let me go into this business account. Okay, that looks right. Like, who the fuck didn't take their money? Like, who didn't take it?
That usually happens to me when my mortgage is bought by another one. So that period that be it just be lingering. And I remember the first time that happened, I was like, why is there so money in here? why why are we in the 5 digits? What's going on?
Yeah.
No.
And it's certain accounts too, because it's like I know this account, it only pays bills.
Mm-hmm.
I know this account is set up like some of my stuff when it drops,
Yeah.
I have it automatically shift money into the different accounts because I'll forget that. So like I know Dear Legacy payroll, I gotta push that shit out to over here so
Right.
that then that does that's not on auto pay. No. That one right there, I'll pay you. SBL, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
Like I got to do all the payments here. I don't know what game you trying to run on me. It ain't happening. But like
Go ahead.
bill accounts, like why is there money in here? It is the 18th of the month. Why is there money still in this account right here? It doesn't make sense. I don't like it. Somebody come get your shit. Somebody come get your shit because it ain't mine.
But it's so funny because if you notice, we're talking about freedom, and the first concept we go to is money.
Money.
Why do we always associate money with freedom? When in
You answer
reality,
that while I fix my camera.
when in reality, if you think about it, I don't remember who said it, more money, more problems. Um,
Biggie, my man.
oh, Biggie, he did see. But we always feel, and I think the older generation actually holds on to that concept a lot more. So if we're trying to figure out where it came from them. Um, because, for instance, my aunt, she always has to have money on her. Like, always. Mind you, I now take care of her. I now, like, she don't have to pay for anything. She's taken care of. But if she doesn't have cash in her hand, she is like beside herself. She is like, she can't function. Oh my God. Maga Senkob. And I go, but what do you actually need it for? You don't pay bills. You don't go grocery shopping.
I want it because I want it.
You get rides places. You don't go to the store to buy anything.
How you know?
Why you said
How
hello?
you know she ain't how you know she ain't grabbing a Uber and going to take care of her business?
I call her Uber and that's connected to my phone and her card.
You don't know she got that secret account.
She going old school and getting a cab from Famez Market. But to me, I'm gonna steal your line. Um, freedom is not struggling because
Freedom is not what?
it's not struggling, like not needing to struggle. But
Yeah.
if you think about it, where where do we feel the need to struggle the most? When we don't
What?
have control. When do you struggle? When something's out of your control. When
Oh
you
yeah,
know
I
some
don't like not no.
that's a struggle.
No. That's not a struggle. That's
Yeah.
just me knowing who I am and I understand that I like control, I like order, I like things in certain place. Yeah, no. Tracy will say it's something else that's going on there, but that's for another member of my team to figure out, you know? And I think they already figured it out. I think they just like taking my money.
Oh my Lord Jesus. All right. We're gonna jump to segment
You don't agree?
that they're taking your money.
Oui. Voler yo, rizes yo.
Probably. I, I was told today that I'm making great progress. And remember when I said it to you earlier? Was it you today? Did I tell you this today? Yes, I did, because I sang a song about it where
Oh
I
boy,
said I can't remember it.
guys,
I
this girl said one thing.
But no, I had an epiphany today where I said, "Papito el stressé." No, how was my song? Do you remember? See, this is why I should have did the voice note. You didn't let me make my voice note. You told me it was a crazy idea, and now
Because you're
exactly
stupid.
what I said would
Because
happen,
it's dumb.
happened. What was it? Papito el stressé. Nope, that's not it. Damn it. Anyway, my epiphany.
You're moving too much for your Wi-Fi because now you're blurred. I'm over here clipping, you're blurred. Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm still nice and shiny on my end, so, um, you are clipping on my end, but I'm not fuzzy. Um, but no, I woke up this morning with the thought, and I like, I have to give people like you, people like Renard, like, your kudos because and I've said this before, there is a level of, like, jealousy, I'll say I have at the fact that you guys can be so, "Mm, it'll figure itself out," or, like, just not allow shit to stress you out or seem like you're stressed out, because the minute something goes a little bit to the left, I lose my shit. Whereas Renard would just look at me and be like, "Dog, just sit down. Just
I
let your."
think so. I do definitely have my own moments. The like I told you today, like uh, I was about to have a fucking meltdown. I, I just can't. Yeah, yeah. And but majority of the time, I'm always gonna resort back to the fact that no matter what happens,
Mhm.
nobody's gonna die. Like when you're put in those situations where like decisions mean people's lives,
Yeah.
and now you're trying to tell me we're freaking out because somebody spilled something. That's a little asinine to me. Like again, if nobody dying, what are we freaking out about?
And that's literally what I've been saying today. I'm gonna skip the next question that says, "Were you allowed to express emotions?" Because we know we were not.
No,
But
emotions.
I'm gonna ask this question because I already answered it in my head, but I'm
Oh boy,
curious to hear what you think. Do you feel like culture our culture taught us strength or suppression?
they taught us what?
Do you
Strength or suppression?
Yeah.
That's a trick question. They taught us suppression is strength.
Hey! That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, man. Come on now. That's why we paying the Tracy's now. Because we all fucked up. What you mean we ain't strong?
I didn't tell you I was breaking. You didn't see me sweat. What you mean? Oh,
Yeah, I
and
think I
but
think growing up, how we grew up, is definitely suppression of emotions, suppression of feelings, suppression of thoughts. It's like you do what I say to do, and that's it. Be the little robot. Lekor lakai leglis. No friend, no sleepover, no. You know what I mean? It's like everything was like ingrained in you,
yeah,
and then if you like nowadays, I'm saying here, like I really let this little motherfucker Caden like really tell me how he feels about certain shit, and I'll sit there and really acknowledge it. Like, you know what? That's fair. I'm gonna have to recant what I just said. That shit wasn't happening for us. First of all,
yeah,
why the fuck you still here? Let
yeah,
alone to be talking to me. Let
yeah.
alone to think that you're gonna tell me what you feel about some shit that I just told you that you're gonna be fucking doing.
Yeah. Listen,
Mm-mm.
as you're saying that, I low key was triggered because giving Ramses his bath today, and he was playing around in the water. All right, cool. Yo, we got to get out. And he has some water squirter thing, right? And he fills it up, and I was like, "Do not squirt that." He looks at me. I, s-
Just told him do not. That just means do it.
I said, "Ramses." He said, "What? I'm gonna point it over
You
here."
got two boys. You don't know how boy language goes.
I said, "Boy, do not squirt." So he squirted it a little bit. So I flicked his ear. And then when I flicked his ear, he said, "Ah," and he squirted it even more. When I tell you, I hit him with a pap on his arm, bawled out crying. Crying. Remember, I wrapped him in his towel, took him out, dried him off, all this other stuff, got him dressed, and then we had a conversation about it where I was like, what did I say? I asked him why does he think I popped him? And he said, because I wasn't listening. Okay. So how do we avoid that next time? He was like, I need to listen. I said, when mommy tells you not to do something, that doesn't mean do it one more time. Because
Are you
that means,
sure?
yes, yes, I'm
Some antics.
1,000% sure. And then after that, I did the unthinkable. I apologized to him for hitting him. And I was like, I'm sorry that I hit you because I know it hurt. And I know that there's a better way to communicate with you. I said, do you accept my apology? And he said, it's okay, mom. And then gave me a hug.
What would you do if he told you he didn't accept your apology?
I tell him, well, that's fine. Because just don't do it again. You don't need to accept my apology. The
It's
other
like,
night, he said he didn't want to go to bed. I was like, well, you want to bed? He legit stood in my face and said, I don't like you. I don't like Roman. I don't like this house. I don't like daddy. I said, that's
damn,
fine.
why daddy catching strays? What the fuck he do?
Why you go defend Renard? You didn't defend Roman. Roman got a straight too.
Nah.
The house was straight.
I watch Roman with Ramsey.
You're right.
I watched Roman one time just look at Ramsey. Ramsey mind his own business. That man cocked his hand back way over here and said, "What pow?" I was like, "Oh shit."
You
Nah,
got,
whoop his ass.
you got,
I was sitting there on that FaceTime. Nah, whoop his ass.
no, you got,
Oh boy, Roman got some batons coming his way. Like, and
yeah.
I pray, because you don't want to be the big brother and you don't want to get your ass whooped by the little brother. Now you're afraid to do anything. Like, Ramsey's gonna have to give him that one good ass whooping that's gonna make him think twice.
Listen,
But I
listen.
think Roman is gonna take a couple ass whoopings before he thinks twice. Because when I told you, his hand said, like, he looked at him and said,
Yo,
"Yeah." I'm like, no, what was you thinking about? Because what was processing through your brain in that moment? Because the
you're
man
less
was
than
minding his business.
2-year-old brain.
He didn't say nothing to you. He didn't do nothing to you. You
Look
didn't ask him for
at
something
you.
and he said no. You just in your brain said,
I'm
"Cock
gonna go
back,
get him.
do it."
Yo,
It's like,
he does
what?
it all the time. I be telling Ramses, I'm like, I appreciate, but then when Ramses tries to solve the problem, I'm like, yo, when he hits you, I said, let mommy take care of it. Because if you take care of it,
No,
y'all
no, no.
both get in trouble.
You was sitting right there. It was like, Roman, what the fuck is that? Nah, whoop that motherfucker ass.
Anyway, Roman,
Yo,
Ramses told me he didn't
this
like
week,
me.
see him. I was like, oh hell no.
And then after he told me he didn't like me, he had the audacity to ask me, can I go get some water? I said, I don't talk to people who don't like me.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go get my water. The fuck? I didn't. I was doing you a courtesy by asking. I'm gonna fucking get up and go get the water anyways.
Listen. But can you imagine
Baby.
fixing your lips to say something like that? Not even just to a parent, but to a grown up when you were a
What?
child.
That I don't like you
Yep.
out loud
Yeah.
or behind closed doors? Like, what's the situation here?
I told you
Like,
this man,
are we playing
man
tough
looked me,
behind closed doors
he looked me
or
in the
like
face.
standing in your in? Okay,
It was in my face.
so
And he told me he
me
didn't like me.
at Ramsey's age
1 year old.
said to my mom,
Mm-hmm.
"I don't like you."
Mm-hmm. You would not be here today.
No,
Yeah.
I think I'd be here today, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I
You
would be
wouldn't
a whole lot tougher because I would have went to school with some fucking hand me downs. My jeans is like at my knees and shit. My sneakers got holes. Oh, you don't like me? What I need to spend money for? Like they'll do. I think they would do some
yeah,
vindictive shit like that.
yeah.
Like, okay, that's cool. You don't like me. Let me know when you like me again. And if I like you, I'll change my status.
But we think about it, we gotta acknowledge the cultural layer, right? As Asian Americans, there were three things that were prioritized: survival, stability, and education. Like you said, l'école, education. Lakai is the survival. L'église is the stability. You like what I did there? You like what I did there? It's okay. You don't have to say it. I can see
Girl,
it.
just keep going. Finish your fucking thought.
That,
You're like a you know what I realized? You're like a little child that looks for the parents' attention every time they do something good. Like Negro, I'm only gonna give you so much of these shits.
well,
Like
I'll tell you this.
I need you to understand that life don't work like this.
My my
Like
my thought was done. That's why I just did that. 'Cause anything else, I was just like, that was me tagging you in.
help me, help me. I don't have nothing else.
That's you. That's you. DX.
That's
Oh
funny.
Jesus.
Oh
Um.
my god.
Yeah. No. Like those were the three things that were prioritized, and even when I look at parenting now, and we've talked about it several times, how we parent differently, how how we make sure to be present in our children's lives. It's not like we removed any of these as priorities. We added to it. We
Yeah.
added and I guess reordered the priority list, or as my co-host likes to say, the pecking order. Um, and
Yo, you're
we
fucking annoying. Like Renard said, everything doesn't need to come to the pod. Okay? Jesus, Weezus. Clearly you and your feelings about that one. Listen, all right.
oh
What the
Lord,
fuck
don't
is a
be
pecking
like
order? And in that moment, you know your place. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You know, since we're talking about it, I'm gonna fuck. We're gonna tell the people since you brought it up. So so me and Shu talk damn near every day. And when we
Mhm.
don't talk to each other, whoever calls first gets to bitch. Right? So as of this past week and a half, we've both been very busy with meetings, calls, and other shit that's going on. So like we take it personal when like 24 hours go by. And mind you guys, she didn't call me for Father's Day. She didn't text me for Father's Day, didn't do shit. Talking about I posted about
Oh
you
my
on our
God.
social media platform. What the fuck does that mean?
You know what's funny? After I'm gonna let you finish your thought, but when it started getting like late into the night, and I was like, "Fuck, I didn't text Kevin." I was like, "He's gonna be like, hey man, so you didn't fucking text me to say Happy Father's Day?" And I was like, "Just be like, dog, you posted, like you created a whole post for him for the
I don't give a
world."
fuck about none of that shit. That's just fake news. I don't take social media serious. Like social media, like what the hell?
I got you on
Uh
Father's Day.
so I'm saying it like when the Father's Day one, legit the next morning I woke up, I said, let me make sure before I start bitching. Right, I didn't miss something. Nope, she ain't say shit. Cool, go in. So then was it today? I said know your place and your pecking order. Was it
Yeah,
today or yesterday?
both actually.
Oh, oh yeah, it was. But we're not gonna say. Not everything's for the pod. So Shu Shu and I usually talk in the morning when I'm stuck in traffic or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
So Shu calls and I sent her the voicemail.
Yo,
Let me tell y'all something, guys. Do not send me or this girl to fucking voicemail, especially on a FaceTime, because then you're gonna get a fucked up video that right back in your message, and it's like it's either a old Haitian man or old Haitian woman popping up on your screen like, huh, why you send me the hell? Like we go so extreme. I said, "Shoo, did you fucking send me the hell right now? You told me to go dance with the devil and on the Tobin in traffic." Like these are the videos that you're gonna get, and they're probably about like a minute and a half long too.
yo, mad long, mad long.
So Shu calls me, I send her to voicemail, and then I call her back, and she was like, "No, now I gotta go into these fucking meetings, and then you're gonna be mad that I can't pick up the calls, and da 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 da. And so it ain't my fault." I
Mhm.
said, "Hey, hold on, you a fake wife. My real wife was on the phone. You thought I was gonna get off the phone with my real wife to come on to you? No, there's a pecking order, baby. Like just know your place." Know your place. And that was yesterday. And then today I was on the phone with somebody else. and then you called, and I told that person, "Hey, I'll call you back." And I was like, "See, look at that pecking order. You was a higher priority today." You know what I mean? Like, something. I think
Oh,
that's what people need to realize. Speaking about freedom,
yes.
you will make your life a whole lot easier and feel free and unburdened if you just realize who the fuck you really are to other people, not to yourself. Not the delulu shit that you think that you are. Like me, I walk around here probably 20% delusional because I believe I'm him. So it's only 20% because the reality is like, guys, come on. I'm me. I get it, right? Save your applause. We'll talk about it offline. Don't slide in my DMs. I'm married. Um, so so I think if people really understood where they stood with certain people, you'll make your life a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Like, don't believe that you're a higher of an importance than
Yeah.
you really are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, why do it to yourself? It's like the other time when you had me calling random people on my phone via FaceTime to see who's gonna pick up. I know there's some people I'm not gonna fucking call. You ain't gonna embarrass me. Because I know you ain't picking up. I know where I stand on the pecking order. That's a tomorrow return call back. Other people, instant. Some people, it's an instant callback. They might not pick up, but they're gonna call back. You know what I mean? Like, just know your spot.
Yeah.
Make yourself a little free and uncumbersome. Where we at?
Oh, well, we were talking about prioritizing our children.
Oh
Um,
shit! How the fuck we get all the way over here?
what do you mean?
Prioritizing children and then
This is still segment 2
oh shit.
where it says cultural here. Because I was talking about, we grew up with with survival, stability, and education being the only priorities, and now our generation has learned to put family and immediate family at that. Because Bernard is the one who actually taught me that our now immediate family is me, him, and these kids.
Mhm.
Everybody else is extended. I never thought of that.
Yeah, you got
I,
into a fucking union. That's your family now. That's
like,
who you prioritize. A lot of people don't realize that shit. And let's not get it twisted, people. Nobody's telling you to cut off your fucking family. Nobody's telling you that shit gotta change. You just gotta realize that this household has to come first.
yeah,
When we're picking sides, right, wrong, or indifferent, you fucking tell me the wrong and indifferent when we get home. On the
yeah,
car ride, that's when you tell me that I'm wrong or I'm indifferent.
yeah.
Other than that, I'm right.
I've done it.
What? Nah, there's nothing else I have to say. I'm right.
And so we had an episode before where we talked about healing versus loyalty. I want to
Hmm.
take it a step further and talk about freedom versus loyalty. I'm going to ask you, have you ever felt guilty for growing
No,
up,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
for saying no,
Go ahead. I
for
don't even know what
saying
to.
no, or for choosing yourself?
Do I ever felt guilty about what?
Growing, like pretty much growing apart from something, saying no, or choosing yourself.
I don't think I say no enough.
Hmm,
Oddly enough, I think I'm still at that place in life where I'm like, I, and it's not for everybody, right? For some people, I just feel like I still gotta show up. I still gotta do this,
make it work.
now, like Hove said, man, 26, we're going all offense, no defense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care. It's like I'm not here. I don't need nobody kissing my ass. I don't need to be kissing your ass. You know what I mean? Like if if you're if our relationship is contingent on me showing up all the time and you only sometimes, then this is ass backwards. It's just not gonna work. And I'm gonna show up not purposefully, but
Mhm.
like if I have other things going on, or let's be completely honest, guys. Sometimes I ain't got nothing else going on. I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired. I want to enjoy this fucking mortgage. I play a lot of fucking money, and I work really hard for this mortgage.
Yeah.
So sometimes this motherfucking basement that we just redid, I want to enjoy that shit.
Mhm.
I enjoyed all the other levels. 3 years in, 4 years, going on 4 years since we built this shit. Like I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm all the way in these streets, and these streets cost me money.
Mm.
Why? I don't need it. No.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I've started saying no. And kind of like you said, I struggle, so I don't think I say it enough, but I'm starting to say no and deal with the argument that I have in my head.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I have a friend of mine who's doing a birthday party this weekend, and
Uh-oh. Those be the worst.
yo, she's doing a birthday party on Saturday and then a brunch on Sunday.
Oh,
And
so you just need to see me one time. What's the cheapest option?
I already the birthday party. I RSVP'd for the birthday party, but then she texted me today and was like, "Oh, are you coming to the brunch? I need a head count." And my brain said, "Wait, I didn't. Did I
Keep
RSVP?
brunch style.
I didn't RS." And they're going to a seaport.
That's a nice little chunk of change right there.
I just told you I had to cut my contract at 15K. Don't talk to me about nothing no more right now. But when I was getting ready to respond to her, I almost like told myself, okay, how could we make this work? And instead of like, I literally had a debate in my head for a good 5 minutes. Like, all right, maybe Renard could stay with the kids and you kind of just go to the brunch and just to make it work. Cause all right, cause she don't live here and she's coming down and it's her birthday and it's her 40th birthday. And then my brain said, bitch, first of all, no. Well, fucks no. That was not our plan. That is not our financial plan. And okay, write a letter, send her a card, give her a gift card, something along the lines. You can't do it. And that's okay. Because guess what? She's still
Facts.
going to have a brunch. She's still going to celebrate her birthday. You're still going to be there on Saturday. That's what you can do. I'm learning, and of course, I brought this up today in therapy. I'm learning to I'm learning that I don't always have to be at a 10. I don't always have to do everything for everyone. Matter of fact, I have a whiteboard in my office, and my whiteboard literally had our legacy, which is the name of our family business, ecosystem, and all of the different moving parts of it and what I want to do. Today, what did I do? I wiped that whole shit clean. And then I was immediately going to rewrite some stuff. And I said, bro, give the whiteboard a break. And I
Mm-hmm.
looked at it as if it was an analogy because I said, I'm giving the whiteboard a break because I'm giving my fucking brain a break. Like, I don't want to think about all of it. And then I told myself, just because you can do something,
Doesn't mean you should.
you should. And
That's a
I
fact.
literally kept saying that to myself this morning. And I think that's part of fighting the guilt of what we were raised to think was loyalty. And
Mm-hmm.
that was part of like, when I clearly growing up, when you hear freedom, the opposite of freedom is slavery. We are slaves to loyalty at times, or we were raised to be slaves to loyalty. It doesn't matter what this person has done for you. It doesn't matter if, you know, this person has done you wrong. If that's your friend for so and so years. Are they though? Are you really my friend? Like
Are you?
like when I will tell people, granted, we got married during COVID. People be like, "Oh, that was a cop out." Cool, fine. Because guess what? I had under 50 people at my wedding. But even before we got married, I always told people I have a criteria of who will be invited to my wedding.
People don't understand that shit.
If
And
Go ahead.
that the wedding season, that's when you really
We
see
just walked in.
people's like, yo, chill the fuck out, bro. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, I am paying for you to come party with me.
And not a little bit of money.
Shit. You
Them
was at
places.
my wedding. That ain't no itty bitty.
Y'all,
Per head was
y'all, y'all. Matter of fact, we're gonna take a quick detour because we gotta talk about this man's wedding right here, okay? When I tell you the cocktail hour had a carving station, 3 of them. Was it 3 or 4?
I don't know. We did a around the world theme, so like There was carving. There was a few carving
There was,
stations. There was a
there was
seafood buffet. There was tacos.
chicken
There
wings,
was American. There was the Haitian station. Well, we had. I think we had like 8 stations at the wedding,
bro.
and
And
none of them were the same neither.
that was no, so it wasn't those situations where if you saw a line at one table, you can go to another table and get the same food. No, your ass better
Yeah,
go
nah.
stand in that line if that's what you want to
Nah.
eat. Now, for those of you who don't know, and that's another thing, those of you who don't know, I was 8 months pregnant when this man got married. And I remember calling him and saying, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. He said, nope, I don't want to hear it. I'll see you at the wedding. Sometimes the people who love us most become uncomfortable when we change, not because they're bad, but because our growth forces them to confront their own limitations. Yup, I have a few people like that. No, Kevin, before you try, I will not listen. But
I
I,
just don't believe why we don't say what it is. Like, do it with your less stomach, man.
but I have,
Tracy would say sometimes you just gotta unpack that shit and
I
just
am,
call it what it is.
I am unpacking unanimously. Um, I will say I have noticed that there are a few people who have fallen back from me. And
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely feel like it's because, and people who know me understand how uncomfortable I am right now to speak of myself like this. Although Kevin gets frustrated with me because he goes, you need to know who you are. Like, if you're the shit, you need to know you're the shit. I'm uncomfortable saying shit like that.
Like,
I am. And it has to do
that's
with,
just dumb. Nobody's gonna do it for you
I know.
besides your man.
And even he be like, it's all right.
You cool.
You all right. You right. You
You
could,
you straight.
you could do better. But there are people who have fallen away from me because I feel like I remind them of how limited they have made themselves, or
Mm.
that there's no reason why they can't be doing what they're doing. Well, what I'm doing. I have had people come up to me, and I'll give an exclusive. I am working on a documentary, or a short film or whatever it is. But I had a meeting with the videographer yesterday, and we were kind of brainstorming kind of like the concept and kind
Guys, don't let her fool you. She's rich.
of.
Videographer, man. Here goes my videographer right here. Me, myself, and I. Prop this up right here.
Shut up. I'm not rich. I wish. You know what? I'm rich because of the people around me. I'm rich with those blessings. I'm a,
Man, hold that corny shit for somebody else. Nobody listen to your
but
ass with that bullshit.
I was talking to him of kind of like my story and what is my end goal? Like, what's the story I want to tell? And in reality, the story that we're looking to tell is that you're your own limit. You know, I've had people come up to me and be like, damn, how do you do it? My number one response is, I don't fucking know, but it gets done. I've somehow had time to power live, write books, become an entrepreneur, be a mom, be a wife, and still hold down my job on top of everything else socially. And when people ask me, how do you get it done? Shrug shoulder, but it needs to get done. Even you called me the other day where you had a moment and you were just like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do all of this. It's too much. There's so much going on. I think I got to sit down and take some stuff off my list.
Don't be telling these people my business. They
And
don't
then,
know me like that.
and then you were like, what the fuck? You better act like you that dude and you gonna get it
Bro,
done.
I tell you, sometimes you just gotta. What did I say in that quick thought of the day? Oh, sometimes you gotta tell that voice in your head respectfully, shut the fuck up and let me get to this work. Like, if you're not gonna contribute to this greatness, shut the fuck up. Because we ain't doing the salty shit. We ain't doing the woe is me bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, we out here getting it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
let's jump
Okay.
into what freedom
You
looks
jump
like.
into it. Why is he like this? Something wrong with that nigga.
Tell me in your words. We're gonna do one by one. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that burp, but I burped. What does freedom look like as a husband?
Ooh. As a husband,
Mhm.
as a husband, it's making sure it's easy to pay bills and all that other shit, but it's like I know Tiffany what she values more is that safety and security, not necessarily like carrying gun safety, but like to feel safe, to feel
Mhm.
secure in us, our finances, our livelihood, our future, and all that stuff. So like that's what the freedom looks like for me. If she ain't stressing about it, then I'm good as a husband. That means I'm hitting my marks.
And what about as a
You thought I
father?
was gonna say something nasty, huh?
You were, and I
No, I
did.
wasn't.
Mm.
You're the one that turns everything into something nasty.
Well, I didn't this time.
Mm.
I didn't even have
Ilhac,
it.
Shandy
Now tell
P.
me what it looks like as a father.
Huh?
As a father, what does freedom look like as a father?
Shit. What the fuck? I'm raising a trust fund baby. Is there much to be said? I didn't even know what a fucking trust fund was unless I was watching TV.
Okay,
I'm raising a suburb trust fund baby who plays golf, football, basketball, has all the expensive his summer camp. That ain't no regular ass fucking summer camp. And next year we're gonna start fucking football camps, basketball camps on top of summer camp. Like, yeah, I was happy if I got a new bike just to ride around in the parking lot.
listen, I'm about to start a GoFundMe because Ramses wants to go to space camp
I
in
like that for you guys.
Alabama,
I like
and
that for you guys. Make it a family trip. Cause you know those camps they be like 10 days. They want $1 million and it's just 10 days. Oh, that's even worse. At least the football camps and shit like that, they want like $2,000 for like 8 days. I'm
this one,
like, damn.
I
By the
believe,
time we get there, it's gonna be time to turn around and leave.
I believe this one is 18 for 5 days.
There's this
18.
coding camp that Kaden wants to go into.
Mm-mm.
It's at MIT and BU.
Oh, you
Thank
don't.
God there
You
was
left.
no more room. There was no more room. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, you saw that
There's
movie.
coding at this camp. They do STEM. They do STEM. Go, 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 go. But I say all that shit now, but I know
If
if
he
there
comes,
was if there was slots, he'd be in that bitch.
yeah, yeah,
But that's
because
what
they
the
need to work.
fatherhood freedom is to me. It's like I allow and give the opportunity that my child, like, if you're interested in something, I'm gonna pour into that shit. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So like, I know you into the whole writing your own novel right now, the artwork and the game making and all that stuff. All right, so I gotta pour into that shit, and I'm
Yeah,
not just gonna pour into the sports. Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
I did that. That was my love. He just likes the shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah. No, I do that. And what about as a black man?
Tyler learns him.
Freedom as a black man.
You black man. Freedom as a black man is that's a tricky one because
Mhm.
I think for me, normally a person would be like, depending on what you're trying to achieve in life, right? This entrepreneurial life, you know, the best thing you could do for yourself in every pathway is to be in the right rooms. And I think because of my background, the military and all that other stuff, I'm afforded opportunities to be in rooms that most can't be in, right? So
Mm,
therefore, I have a step ahead of most. So for me, I think the freedom part is gonna come through my Dear Legacy platform.
mhm.
I think building that up and putting one black boy or a couple little black boys from the inner city where they don't have to go to the military, where they don't have to do that, but they have access
Yeah,
because they did the education shit. But like sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know.
yeah.
And in the mentorship program that I'll be developing and the foundation that we're starting and all that stuff, if I could funnel 1 to 2 in my lifetime, where like I'm talking about like all expense paid for. Like my dream goal is to put a kid through college.
Mm.
Like if I could do that,
A kid other than
hey,
your own.
listen, that's not my child. I didn't birth him, and I went back and I spent 100K plus on somebody else's child.
Yeah.
I did what I was supposed to do in this lifetime.
Mm. All right. I'm looking at my segment in regards to what freedom looks like. And as I was trying to answer it in my head, I realized that the struggle of freedom for me is internal. So for me, it says freedom after losing both parents. I
Mm,
think the freedom for me comes in how my children view their grandparents that they didn't have. Like to me, that freedom of losing both parents is more so along the lines of I did a good job as a parent in the absence of my parent. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm.
Because yes, we all talk about the trauma growing up, but I really did have some great parents. Like, and I realized that, my mom was still a kid under her family's thumb. And then my father had come into a disadvantaged situation. But the relationship I was able to have with the both of them allowed me to see that they poured into me as much as they can. So, yes, while there are moments where I'm like, damn, Ramses and Roman will never know them, I want them to know them, if that makes sense. Like, no, at least feel that love through how we're parenting. Case in
Yeah.
point, yeah. Father's Day recently passed. And I think this was the first Father's Day, like during the day where I was like, okay. But when we got home, we put the boys to bed and I literally, I'm laughing because of Renard's reaction. I literally like walked into my room and I just broke down crying. Renard wasn't in the room yet, but like I just broke down crying. And then he like walked into the room while I was crying and kind of just and walked right back out. Like,
He's like, well, this is I didn't change this channel.
like,
I didn't subscribe for this.
I'm holler at her when she's done. But I ended up like
At least he
texting.
knew to give you your moment, though.
Yes, but I wanted him to know, like, yes, while I was sad in that moment, it was like a good sad because Renard reminds me a lot of my father in the sense of how he pours into the kids.
Gotcha.
It annoys me sometimes because he really does have a soft spot for them. Like when I'm like, "No, you're not getting no ice cream." Like, "Yo, yo, 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 just let him have the ice cream." Like I put it on me. Put it on me. Just let him have the ice cream. I'm like, "The fuck? I said no, and now he's gonna have it. So now these motherfuckers ain't gonna respect me." Like I literally go to that point. But he has built that foundation with them, and how I see they are with him is how my father was with me. So at times when I see that, the tears are joy because that's part of the freedom. I'm like, okay, so they do know that their parents are pouring into them. They have that understanding. Um, the other one I have here is freedom from constantly rescuing everyone.
Mm.
I don't know what that looked like. I don't know because I still want to say I still struggle to be like, I'll take your problems from you. Let me figure it out for you. I
I'll I'll take care of it.
just give it to me. I don't have 50, 11 things I'm already trying to juggle and my plate that's runneth over. But you know what? You need help. So I'm going to help you figure it out. So no, I don't know what that freedom look like. I struggle to tell people no because I feel like all I do is case in point. And the minute my arm go up, case in point.
Yeah.
Um, I had someone call me and they were having an event and whoever was supposed to host the event, I guess just stopped returning calls. And while most people would be like, "Oh, they stopped," it was an event for like a diseased group. So she knew that if this person wasn't answering the phone, chances are they were hospitalized. So she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I know it's super last minute. Can you fill in? And I struggled. And I think it was like, 2 weeks before my competition. So we already know those gym days, I can't miss any of those. And I
Hmm.
literally in my brain said, how can I make it work? Can I move things around so I can? And then I grabbed my phone to text her a whole novel. I was getting ready to say, I'm sorry, I can't, and then a whole excuse. I wrote it all out. I deleted everything except for sorry, I can't. Send, put my phone away, zipped it up in my
That
purse, walked away.
that's some growth right there, boy.
But battle, the battle I went through is what I cannot wait to no longer feel. To me, that's the freedom. To me, the freedom is
Mm.
being able to say no and then not have this overwhelming amount of guilt that just sits on my chest because I didn't take somebody's problem as my own.
Yeah. And it takes time, right? Because remember, I said that I still don't know how to really say no. I'm just now getting into that situation where I'm like, oh, I can't, and I'll be
Mm.
okay with that. And if you're not okay with it, I'm still okay with that. Like that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to part of this whole freedom stuff, freedom as a husband, freedom as a father, freedom for self. None of that happens until you figure out how to gain your own freedom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, mes amis, Meti McDonald, là, oui. I'm sitting here, I feel fat as fuck from eating at McDonald's, like disgusting. But it tastes so good. It tastes so fucking good, guys. I don't give a fuck.
At this
No
point,
matter how much weight I lose, no matter how much gym time I get, and I'm up to 4 days now. Slowly but surely getting up to the five. I In an ideal world, I'm in the gym every day because the moment I take a day off, and so I have recovery days, but at Lifetime they have like a recovery period. That's all included. So it has like massage beds and all that other stuff. They got the Noda things for your legs and all that. So like my Sundays, that's all I do. I go hit the steam. I go hit the sauna. I do.
count those as
We
gym
we
days.
did we did high heat yoga this
Oh,
past Sunday on Father's Day. Yeah, yeah. At one point, I just laid on the floor and put the towel over my face, and I felt the lady above me. It was like, "Let's try this position." In my mind, I was like, "Bitch, if you don't keep walking and get the fuck on, cause I ain't moving. I'm about to die right here where I lay." Okay.
can I tell
And,
you
and
how
I
this
hate
my brain?
quick tangent. I'm sorry. When you're in these fucking group classes, and the people that's more experienced, it's like get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of this goddamn room. Like who you trying to show off for? This nigga, this motherfucker, he's sitting there, and I knew the moment I saw him, he was one of those. He had the little headband and the little tank top with the yoga pants on, but he doesn't have the shorts on, so all you see is
I
just the you yeah. So I'm saying, I was like, so this is how you're gonna sit in this room, knowing that it's predominantly women in here. Like all the rest of the men's, we look normal. We're wearing regular workout shit. One or two might have their shirt off, and I'm looking at it, I was like, why y'all got your shirt off? And I realized, oh shit, this is some really high heat shit. And now I got this little fucking muscle shirt on, like bitch, and now it's stuck to me. And then like when I lay on the mat, hit the shirt and the mat coming up at the same time, and I'm like, this Jesus, why did I do this? But anyways, I say this fool. The lady's showing us regular moves. She was like, do the cow, do the upward dog, and do the hamstring. The sumo. I'm like, bitch, you talking too fast. Like, slow the fuck down. I told you before this class started, it's my first time in a long time. I've done about maybe 4 yoga classes before. And my dumb ass chose high heat. I didn't even fucking go try regular yoga first. I went straight to that high heat shit. And then, mind you, I keep glancing over at Tiffany, and I'm looking at her, and I could tell she's annoyed as fuck with me right now because I signed us up. And she didn't know what I signed us up for. So by the time we walked into the room, it was too late. Gotcha. We're working out. So this fool doing moves, And then if she decides to do one thing, he's putting his whole body on one elbow, then raising up, then curling underneath. I'm like, I hope your wrist just gives out and you just fall katow. All you're gonna hear from the back of the room, that's what you get. That's what you get. Jesus came for you because
Katao.
you're trying to make me look stupid.
Katao.
I can't even swoop my leg underneath like the lady said without falling on my ass. And I'm like, yo, I used to be able to be mad. Like I could be leveling on one leg. Like there's a few moves I was like, ooh, okay, I got this one. And then she'll say, now lean it forward. I want you to have a ruler across your midsection. I was like, no, that ruler ain't staying straight. Let's just call it a crooked back at this point. I don't give a shit. It ain't working the way it's supposed to work. But anyways,
Oh my
that's my
God.
quick rant on high heat yoga. I'll be right back in that hole on Sunday. Don't give a
I don't
fuck.
even remember
You
what I
ain't
was.
gonna beat me.
Either way, we're gonna work on what we're building toward. Um, because as you were speaking, I literally imagined you trying to be a surfboard.
Yo, like this. And she was like, let's turn that hip a little bit. We should feel it in our glutes. No, motherfucker, I feel it everywhere. Like in my pinky toe, I don't know what's happening. Like my pinky toe is doing this, just fluttering. And I'm like, no, it's not supposed to do that. That's not normal. I don't care what anybody says.
My thought was, I watched too many like I wouldn't even call it crime shows because
Uh-huh.
when you said you laid on the floor with a towel over your head, I was like, you didn't suffocate? Because my brain was like, a wet towel was over, like, what is it called? Waterboarding? That's,
Waterboarding.
I was
They
like,
got to be pouring the water for it to work.
yeah, but even with a wet towel, if you put a wet towel over your face, you're not
It's not the
breathing.
same. It's not the same.
Well, I know it's not the same, but you're still suffocating. But that was my thought. Either way, I'm going to take two of these reflection questions because the other ones are kind of whack. What habits still own you?
What habits still own me?
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck I am. No, nothing own me, motherfucker. Um,
I'll tell you one from this morning, but go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what habit owns you.
for you or for me?
For you,
Oh shit! Tell them what happened.
it's Starbucks. What did you say this morning when you
Oh shit! That's one expensive ass habit. I'll tell you that, motherfucker. Good night. That whole man. And you working into your budget, but then when you have to go re up, it's like that's what I'm spending every 2 weeks. That shit don't make no sense. Anyways, what's one of my habits that's wait, repeat the question?
what habits still own you?
Own me. That's such a tough word.
I know you just don't like that
Own
word.
me?
So what's a habit that you
Um,
just struggle to get rid of?
let me think. What is some of you what is yours?
My perfectionism. I want
See, I
everything,
wanted to say that, but I'm like, that's an easy cop out.
but it's true.
Yeah.
I struggle with, but I'm trying to do it now. I don't like taking breaks. And today, so we all know that I'm juggling way too many hats. And so what I've started doing, and I told you this, what I started doing is before I go to bed, I put all of my meetings from every door of my life, every aspect, every hat. I
Yo,
put
that shit looked disgusting. That shit
what?
was disgusting. When you showed me that shit earlier,
Oh,
I was like,
yo,
nah, I ain't doing that shit.
you know it's
I don't
worse.
want to see it like that.
All one color. Imagine if it was color coded. I might do that tomorrow.
See, mine
But
is color coded, so it looks
yeah,
crazier.
that would hurt my eyes. It's all one color. But I put all of my meetings from every hat into one calendar. And I put it into chat GBT, GPT. I always say B. I don't know why. And I said, listen, this is everything I have. I want to start my day at this time and I want to end it at this time. Make it work. What it did, and I was telling Tracy this, not only did it schedule times for me to like prepare for meetings and all this other stuff, it also scheduled time for me to like have downtime because I don't know how to do that. If you, I don't know how to take a break. I told you, I don't know how to nap. Are you raising your hand because you're like me?
Yo, because what you just said, so I transferred over to Claude. I still
Yeah.
use chat for very simple shit, but Claude is like my new person. And I hate that its name is Claude because, I only deal with females. So it's Claudette. So Claudette out here, she built out. I had her do a 72-hour for me. I was like, hey, I'm taking 72 hours where I'm just gonna focus on these such stuff. These are the tasks I want to get done. Map it out for me. This is the times that I have blocked off for such and such times or whatever. And it did that. And I was like, man, that was very productive. I didn't hit everything, but I was very productive in that way. So I was like, hey, these are the tasks I didn't finish. Because what I did, I just put all the tasks in by buckets
Mhm.
and color coded. Like
Mhm.
red, that shit need to get done right away. Green is like that's the next top priority. Yellow is like we get to it. Orange, just push that bitch out. If we got time, it makes it. If we don't got time, leave that bitch where it's at.
Yeah.
So it did. I was like, yo, this week is the last week of the month,
Mhm.
last week of quarter two. So there's some goals that I need to get done by the 30th. Like map it out.
Mhm.
Both times that they did this shit, I had to go back and be like, yo, Claudette, I don't need you to tell me when dinner time is. I don't need you to tell me when my break times are. When I feel like I need to go stretch my legs, I'll go stretch my legs. Take that shit out and fill that time up, please.
But
Because I'm trying to hit these fucking goals. So like when I heard you say it, I was like, oh shit, I do that.
but here's the thing. In reality, would you take those breaks? No.
I don't give a fuck if it's on the paper. That don't mean I'm taking that shit.
See?
You can write it all you want. I'm not fucking moving.
So,
Did the task get finished?
so, so I was telling Tracy about it, and she was like, "So how disciplined are you being with these breaks?" I was like, well, when they tell me 30 minutes, I might like do 15 because I'm like, I got some stuff I need to get done. And she's like, but why? Because my brain, what it does is if it's like, all right, you have 30 minutes down, and that's what it said. It gave me 30 minutes after, because I had meetings all morning. And then I had like a 30-minute and then lunch. It was like, walk away from your screen from 12 to 12:30. Walk away, like take that downtime. My first thought was, yeah, but I could actually do this at 12 o'clock so that I don't have to do it later. Knowing
Mm-hmm.
damn well what's going to happen is later when I'm supposed to have the downtime, I'm going to be like, yeah, but you could do this that you were going to do tomorrow and do it today so that you don't have to do it tomorrow. And then I just keep sliding in it. So what did I do today? When 12 o'clock came, I sat on my chair. I put a guided meditation on the TV in my office. I sat down and I did my meditation. My ass fell asleep for 40 minutes. I When I tell you I jumped out of my sleep, I was like, "Oh shit, what time is it?"
That's
Did I
that good nap. That's that good nap, boy. When you wake up in pure confusion, ha, ha. Like in the moment, that shit fucking sucks. But that nap was good. That
It was
fucking nap was good.
it
It was
didn't
worth it. I don't give a shit.
wait, it didn't. But what she said to me was to challenge myself to do that daily. Even if it is just 25, 30 minutes, go for a walk. Because what happens is we keep our brain going and going and going and going and going. Sometimes it does just need a moment to stop, like
Yeah.
stop. And so the reason why I chose to do the meditation instead of going for a walk, because I know that if I go for a walk, all I'm going to do on that walk is plan out the rest of my day or plan out
Yo,
what.
but if your homegirl chat is mapping out your day, just go on the goddamn walk.
I
There's
know.
nothing for you to plan. It's already planned.
Yeah, no, let me tell you what I did the other day. It planned out my day and I was like, I don't like this. I'd rather put this here and put that there. When I tell you,
So
like,
I do that. I do that as well. So that's why now, in order to avoid that shit, I did the color coded shit. And then I'll put, so the way I do it, I'll be like, listen, I need to reorg this and run payroll or whatever the case may be. It typically takes me 30 minutes. Put it down for 45 minutes on the calendar. And it's a high priority. It has to be done by such and such date.
Mhm.
So now everything else is up to interpretation. It's just by the color. But if there's a date behind it, it needs to be done by that date. If it's all of it, I give it a buffer time. So if I know trucking company, it takes me about half hour to run the payroll when I'm not behind, right? So I'm like, all right, give me 45 minutes. That way now I know if I finish a little bit earlier, cool, I got buffer time. But if it takes me a little bit longer because I got distracted, like I usually do, because something's gonna pop up across the screen, or I got an email and it quickly prompt. Now I shut off my emails, like it can't tell me the first line sentence on all my devices. I don't want to see the first line. I don't even want to see who the fuck it's from, but I can't shut that shit off. So
Mhm.
like it'll send the alert and it'll tell me who it's from. I'm like, all right, I could wait for that. But like the first line, oh, that shit used to fuck with me. Cause I'll see the first line and I'll be like, oh shit, I gotta calm the fuck down. Relax. Stay in the task that we're in right now.
That's what I'm
So
learning.
I get it, but we
What
gotta do better. We gotta do better.
we do. That's what going I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. 12 well, I have a meeting at 12:30, so I definitely can't fall asleep for 40 minutes. But damn, I have meetings back to back until 12. Well, anyway, whatever. I'll figure it out. But I am gonna try to do it on a daily basis because that's how you build that habit. Tell me a fear that you feel still owns your mind.
A fear?
Mhm.
Definitely still got that fear of failure,
Mhm.
fear fear of and it goes back to my perfectionist. Like we talked about it when you was making fun of me. It was like you and such are like the same people. Like y'all will overthink a post and all that shit. Yes, I don't give a fuck. Like this morning, it took me 45 minutes for a post. It's not even about the post.
Post.
The
The
post was
post was
done.
done. Mhm.
The words are there. It's the song in the background I didn't know which to go with. I was like, oh Lord Jesus, why do I do this?
Mm.
It's not that deep, bro. Just fucking grab a song and go. So yeah,
Oh.
it's the fear of failure and the perfectionism shit. It's like we're okay. It's okay to stumble a little bit. I think they tell me.
Mine
I
is
don't fucking
mine is
know.
the same, um, but more so because I feel like if I fail, then I'm everything's gonna fall apart. Like to me, my fear of failure is because I feel like my failure is going to fuck everybody else's life up, not just mine.
Mm.
So it's that angst. All right, let's hop into rapid fire.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. What's one thing you're
De
still trying
Zumbali, Frank.
well, that's why I get to ask
Bala.
you questions first while you search. What's one thing you're still trying to free yourself from?
The perfectionism, like we just talked about.
Mm,
Um, Free
excellent.
myself about that fear of failure part. Like, just go, bro. It fails, it fails.
That's it.
I say that, and then I'm gonna contradict it later on. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely. Right after this episode, and probably before the episode ends. What what belief did you inherit that you've had to unlearn?
I'm gonna say nothing only because you know me. I was more raised American than Haitian.
Mhm,
So I
mhm.
was able to break away from stuff very early where it's like it's not still lingering and being held on to. Like as close as I could get to it is the you don't have friend. I'm your friend. Like with Caden, I'm your friend. Okay?
Yeah, but you're not trying to unlearn that. You holding on to that
Yeah, yeah, fuck that shit. That's the homie. At
forever
some
and
point I'll let go.
when do you most feel free? When do you feel what? When do you feel most free?
When I'm enjoying my mortgage, when I'm with my wife, time with Caden, and doing the stuff that I want to do. It all comes down to being able to do the stuff that I want to do, not that I need to do.
Yeah, yeah. What's one risk you wish you took sooner?
Media. I
Mm,
wish. early on. I wish I took social media serious way earlier. I wish I took content creation serious way earlier. Not the in and out, in and out, in and out. Because I love
Mm,
it, but now
yeah.
I feel as though like I'm just another cog in a machine.
What's one thing you hope Kaden never feels trapped by?
Financials,
Hmm.
finances, however you want to say it. Like he has the freedom to where like he could really chase after his dreams. He doesn't have to. He does not. He's afforded a life where he does not have to go to school and have to go pick a career because he needs to make money. He could
Mhm.
chase his passion, you
Oh,
know. And that's the beauty of life. I won at that point.
mhm. Okay, your turn.
What's one responsibility you finally put down? Not none. Next question. Go ahead.
You're not lying. Actually, you know what? Um, for for a good amount of time, Renard is now putting the kids to bed consecutively.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What Okay, you was half asleep when you wrote this one. What has fear cost you the most? I had to switch the words around. You can read it all you want. You wrote it wrong. Just answer the question.
I'm actually reading it because I'm trying to see. I think it hasn't kind of like what you said. I fear has not allowed me to move at my full capacity sooner, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Um, I've always been afraid. I think my fear of failure was just like, no, 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 don't do it because if it goes wrong, then everything is going to go wrong. As opposed to just take the chance. If it doesn't
Yeah.
work, you find another way around it. So
And then the other part of the that same thought process, what if everything goes right? Everything we do is a 50-50 shot.
just saying,
Um what's something people assume gives freedom but actually doesn't?
money,
You
a
can
whole
believe that if you want
30
to.
minutes of our episode.
It's because I all I think about is like this TikTok video that I seen, and he said people that say that money doesn't buy happiness, you're fucking lying. Just give me your money, and I guarantee you it'll buy my happiness. I'm gonna be happy on vacation. I'm gonna be happy not having to go to work. I'm gonna be happy to do what the fuck I want to do, and there's nothing that you could tell me about that. So money does buy happiness. It might not buy your happiness for
but
whatever reason. I don't care.
what
But
does it
give me your money so I could be happy for you.
but does it buy you freedom?
Huh?
Does it make you free?
To
Yeah.
to me, yes. Yes.
But it can run out. So you still have to work hard to keep the money.
But I'm not in a delusional state that thinks that I'm not going to work anymore. Even
Mhm.
billionaires work. So what are we talking about right now?
Mhm.
If billionaires still have to work, and you know how hard it is for you to lose, even if you fall short of being a billionaire, you're just still a multimillionaire.
That's true.
Like like, and you have to do some really, you have to Kanye West that shit to fall out of billionaire status, and you're still a rich motherfucker. Like, so yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not delusional thinking I'm never working again. Are you crazy? I don't even know how not to work. That's never gonna happen. I'm never retiring. That's a stupid word. I'm not retiring. My retirement for me is I could tell you go fuck yourself. I don't want to do this shit.
I can't stand you. Go to the next question.
When did you first feel truly independent,
And
Neva?
when we,
Because she went from her parents to a auntie to a wife to a mother. Okay. Show me the independence.
I want to say that when we first renovated our house and moved back home, and I said, "Damn, I did that. I did something that a lot of people in my family have not." That made me independent. See,
Okay. I'll let it slide. What's one thing you're determined not to pass down?
my anxiety. my anxiety and my fear of just my fear being an obstacle. I can see it, like Ramses, he takes people's precaution and absorbs it. So last summer, he was at his godmother's house for, you know, I think a week, 2, 3 weeks. And I think he fell off his bike once, and she probably coddled him. That's her boo. Let me tell you something. When I told her I bit Ramses, she was ready to fight me. Like, she was like, "Imma whoop your ass next time I see you. Do not bite my nephew." Like,
I
she's
was
that
ready to call the peoples for you.
she that type of auntie. But he must have fallen, and he didn't wanna get back on his bike. He's like, "No, mommy, I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna get hurt. I'm gonna fall off. I'm gonna fall off." And it's like, "Just try it." So he at 4, even though Ramses is very brave, and I'll give him that, he does still have that, if I'm not gonna be good, I don't wanna do it. If I'm not gonna be the best, I don't even wanna try it. And so
Yeah,
I don't I know that's me, and I don't want him to have that because it doesn't allow you to take chances and truly live up to your capacity.
I get it.
Right? Alright, complete my sentence.
You complete the sentence. Freedom is
Peace.
the hardest thing I've ever let go of is
Nothing, because I hold on to everything.
Sablanzim.
I said nothing because I hold on to everything.
You're annoying.
Just
Go ahead.
I don't know. Um, one belief I inherited but no longer carry is you can say pass.
No, I think this whole notion of just put your head down and keep working and don't fight, don't question things.
Mhm.
Like, are you fucking crazy? I'm questioning everything. That don't make sense. Like, why?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay. I knew I was growing up when
I started enjoying being inside more than outside. The fuck? I don't give a fuck about that shit. Yo, we going to this? Oh no, I'm tired, my man.
Fun. Have fun. I will
Yeah,
not.
let me know, man. Catch me outside on limited capacities. Success means
I don't know. I would say success is probably just being able to see what is it? What you sow, you reap. Kind of just seeing your work come to fruition.
yeah,
Success to me is like seeing this was a dream. For instance, even look at Ramses Learns Kindness, the book that Renard and I wrote. It started off as a dream. He had a dream about Ramses meeting his mom, and he came to me. He was like, "Yo, what if we made this a book?" We made it a book, and now people are reaching out to us like, "Yo, this is so dope." Ramses is getting a role model award because of this book. So to me, that's success. I've actually quick detour. I've actually had someone ask me, "Is the book doing good? Like, how much money are you making off of it?" I don't even fucking know.
it's not about the money.
It's
I
not
think I
about
think a lot. I think a lot of, and I talk about finances a lot. Sometimes it's not about the money. It's social capital and influence outweighs money because it'll come
Mhm,
once you build that part. The rest
mhm.
is gonna come, bro. You. It's not even deniable at that point.
Yeah,
Like it has to happen.
yeah. So to me, that's success.
I like that. I like that. My children will have more freedom than me because they're
We
suburb trust fund babies. The fuck. I told Kaden one time if I knew him as a kid, I'd fight him. He said, "Why?" I was like, "Cause you're rich."
Yeah.
Like he was like, "But you said I'm not rich." You're not, but I would assume you are because you got all this other shit.
I'll say because we pour into them as parents and we're present. We don't try to diminish their dream because we are afraid that it won't work out for them.
Yeah,
We
that's fair.
we something that we say often is that we know our parents were built to survive. So they built us to survive. So having being a creative is not a survival skill to them. That's your wasting
Yeah.
time, you're wasting money. Whereas look at us as parents. Caden wants to do YouTube, he wants to write a book. Our parents wouldn't have been like, write a book. Write a mail notebook. I they couldn't leave. But you
Yo,
gotta
they were so negative about everything. It's
everything.
like, god damn.
If you were not a doctor, a nurse, an attorney, an engineer, or something to them that brought in six figures, you wasn't doing
Wrong
that
answer.
in life.
Wrong answer. You failed.
If fear wasn't I want to answer this question too. If fear wasn't a factor, I'd
If fear wasn't a factor, I kind of touched on this. I would have been a whole lot further along in this content creation space and media space, actually doing what I love to do.
mhm, same because I know you remember back in the day, me and my sewing days, and I just want y'all to know I was one of the first people to come up with putting a hood on a dress, and now everybody got hoods on dresses. I, I
Well,
was one of the first to do that.
we set the trends.
We did, but because our parents told us that there was no future in it, we let it fall by the wayside. Now, ask me to sew something. I've been traumatized. I don't want to sew anymore. One thing I refuse to pass down is
My fears,
okay.
you know, um, just because I was afraid all them days ago, why am I trying to stunt him? Because he wants to do YouTube. He wants to, like, the motherfucker want to start this early. That's great. Like, you could have started early and you was in the age where it was all being developed in front of you and you chose not to.
Yeah,
So I ain't gonna push that fear down on him. Go ahead and do your thing, playboy.
I'll be right here. What's your takeaway for this episode?
What is the biggest thing I'm walking away from this
Actually,
conversation?
I would take that away. We're gonna go to the suggested prompts because I like this
What?
for you. What does freedom mean to you today that it didn't mean 10 years ago?
10 years ago, 2016?
Mhm. That's a good question.
I think the difference of it today is I kind of know, not kind of, I'm more aware of what I want and the direction I want to go in. And even though I talk about financials a lot, that's not the complete motivator. Where back then that was the motivator. Like, I gotta go make this bread. I'm gonna start all these businesses, blah blah. But now I get to sit back and like really develop stuff and
Yeah.
think it through this time around. So
What do you hope Caden learns about freedom that you had to learn the hard way?
where the fuck are you getting these from? Did you give me a different script?
Go to suggested prompts.
Oh, a la fueca. But I don't see where you said this Caden shit. Where's that coming?
I'm
Okay.
putting Caden instead of your son because you only have one child. Unless
What was
there's
the question again? I'm sorry.
what do you hope Caden learns about freedom that you had to learn the hard way?
I think it's just financial freedom, to be honest. Understanding investing, understanding how banking works, debt, credit cards and all that stuff. Like, we've already started talking about a lot of this stuff, but like really knowing how taxes work, tax loopholes, what's gonna benefit you later on, documentation. Like, that's the stuff that I want to make sure that he understands.
That was not how you end
That's
the
my
sentence.
thought. That's my thought. That's
That
my
was
thought.
not a period. That was a dot.
Period. Finish.
All right, let's see. Go ahead.
What responsibility have you finally stopped carrying?
None of them.
You're a
None.
fucking mess. Tracy's gonna
I'm
be
working on
on,
it
on
though.
payroll for forever.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, quick detour. I had someone tell me one day that they graduated from therapy. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, my therapist was like, you don't need me anymore. And I was just like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get there with Tracy.
No, You might as well say you're
lifetime friend.
yeah, I was gonna say something else that probably wasn't politically correct, so I'll leave that alone. What does freedom look like in this season of your life? In this season of your life?
Saying no without
Yeah.
guilt.
We
Yeah.
me miss that.
I had someone like I said before, Ramsey's played football, American football. And I say American football because we are in FIFA season. So Ramsey's played football this past season. They just had their championship game. They got second place because what I'll say is, and even Renard said it, if the team that won didn't win, there probably would have been a brawl. Like those parents were, oh my God. I had to look around at the spectators to be like, are there scouts out here? Like why are we yelling at the referee for every call? Why are we like it was bad. But anyway.
Don't be
Uh,
judging my people.
oh my God, it was bad. It was like at one point it was like 2 minutes into the game. And then one of the parents was like, bro, the game literally just started. What could you possibly be complaining about right now? But anyway,
Everything.
we got a text message that they're doing like a cookout to celebrate on Saturday. And I was just like, I'm not going. I don't want to go. Like old Shoe would have been like, let's go, save face, make sure Ramsey's is there so they see his face and they can remember it. No, fuck that shit. I don't want to go. So we're not going. Next question.
What belief are you intentionally not passing down to the boys?
That you have to save everybody. That
That's a
it's
good one.
your mission to save everybody.
That's a good one.
Because so, and I don't know if I said this on an episode already, but Ramsey's got an award because at the end of his school year, he got an award for, I think it's the way she worded it was tremendous leader who wants to make the world a better place. And while I was like, oh, that's adorable, I also said, fuck. I need him to understand that he can't, like, he's not going to be able to change the entire world. And
Yeah.
I know my child, he will take it to heart if he cannot change the world. So I want to, Tracy's challenge.
Dimi si Alfonso Kabi Shaman. Oh, oh.
Like, Tracy was like, okay, so like, I'm going to challenge you to not like remove that thought from him, but help him frame it in a way that he doesn't sacrifice his well-being trying to make sure everybody else is good, because that's what I did.
Yeah. That's fair.
And it is fair. Anywho,
All right. Where we going now?
let's just call that. We're yawning.
Nigga, you yawning and making me
You
yawn.
yawn too. Probably am fait edit yo. Oui, ma pas femme qui te edit yon nan dan, oui.
I
Fellas.
don't give it damn.
I don't give a damn.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for spending another episode with us here with Roots to Reality. We appreciate every listen, faux show, every share, even more, every comment down below, and every conversation that comes from every one of these episodes. If this conversation resonated with you, or you try to get fancy with the words, huh? Send it to somebody, share it with a friend, a family member, or a coworker, somebody who needs to hear it. Why?
And don't forget, you're not gonna finish your sentence. You said why.
I didn't read what your next line was gonna be. I thought it was gonna set you up, to be honest. Fuck that one up.
Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and leave a review wherever you listen to our podcast. You can watch full episodes on YouTube and listen on all major podcast platforms. I know I said that wrong. Don't call me out. Until next time, keep having the conversations that matter, keep growing, keep questioning, and keep building your legacy. It's your girl, Shu, the Vibe Enhancer, alongside.
It's your boy Kevin B. the Brand. See you next week on Roots to Reality. Peace.